You say you want success, but you also love sleeping in, skipping workouts, and binge watching shows you've already seen twice? Yeah, you're not alone. Here's the truth nobody wants to admit. You don't need to be a 5 hustle machine to win. You don't need 12-hour workdays or 47 productivity apps. You just need to stop doing lazy wrong and start doing lazy smart. Because if you're going to be low energy, then at least be strategic about it. In fact, some of the most successful people in the world, they mastered the art of conserving energy and only moving when it actually matters. So, if you've ever thought, I'm too lazy to succeed, this video is your permission slip to throw that excuse out the window. Let's talk about how to win without pretending you're Gary Vee. Let's clear one thing up right now. Being lazy doesn't mean you're broken. It means your brain is wired for energy conservation. That's not a weakness. That's evolution. You're not lazy because you're useless. You're lazy because your brain's asking, why are we doing this again? The problem isn't that you lack drive. The problem is you've been fed this myth that success only comes to those who wake up at 4 a.m., meditate for 30 minutes, run 10 miles, drink spinach water, and grind like their life depends on it. Spoiler alert. Most of those people are tired, irritable, and quietly drowning in anxiety. Here's the reality. Some of the most efficient, strategic thinkers in the world are lazy by nature. They don't hustle. They build systems. They don't grind harder. They eliminate everything that wastes their energy. You think Bill Gates was joking when he said, I choose a lazy person to do a hard job because they'll find an easy way to do it? He wasn't. That's a billionaire. Blueprint hiding in plain sight. So if you've ever said, I want to be successful, but I'm just not that motivated, this video is for you. Not to make you feel bad, to give you the strategy lazy people use to win without burning out, faking motivation, or pretending to be someone they're not. It's time to stop hustling blind and start moving smart. Let's get into it. 1. Eliminate before you optimize. You don't need more productivity hacks. You need fewer distractions. Lazy people don't want 10 steps. They want one that does the job of 10. That's not a flaw. That's leverage. Instead of making a to-do list every day, ask yourself, what can I just stop doing? Tim Ferriss, author of The 4-Hour Workweek, built an empire by eliminating 80% of the tasks that didn't move the needle. Not delegating, not organizing, eliminating. Think of it like this. Don't polish a process that shouldn't exist. Example, do you really need to check your email 17 times a day? Do you really need to reply to that group chat full of LOLs? No, you don't. Step. For 1 week, every time you do something, ask, what would happen if I didn't do this at all? If the answer is nothing, cut it. 2. Make laziness work for you, not against you. You know what lazy people are great at? Avoiding pain. So turn that into a superpower. Pair something mildly productive with something you already do. YouTube while folding laundry. Audiobooks while scrolling. A walk while listening to something that actually grows your brain. This is called temptation bundling. And it works because it tricks your brain into forming habits without the struggle. Behavioral. Scientist Katie Milkman studied this and found that combining guilty pleasures with productive tasks significantly increased consistency. Lazy but clever? That's a winning combo. Action step. Write down one habit you've been avoiding. Then pair it with something you already do daily. And commit to doing both together for 7 days. 3. Automate decisions like a billionaire. You know why Mark Zuckerberg wore the same shirt every day? It wasn't because he lacked fashion sense. It was to eliminate what he called decision fatigue. Your brain can only make so many high-quality decisions in a day before it starts defaulting to laziness. So the truly lazy smart move: remove the need to decide. Eat the same healthy breakfast 5 days a week. Schedule workouts for the same time. Same days asterisk. Use auto-pay for bills. Auto-invest for savings. If your life runs on rails, you don't have to push the train. Action step. Choose one area of your life that feels exhausting. Now systemize it. Make it default, automated, or non-negotiable. Don't rely on motivation, rely on structure. 4. Use micro-wins to beat massive resistance. Let's be real. Lazy people dread big tasks. The idea of writing a book? Painful. Cleaning the whole house? Nope. But 5 minutes of action? That's doable. This is called the 2-minute rule, made famous by productivity expert James Clear. The idea? Start with something so small your brain can't say no. Want to build a business? Start by writing one idea in your notes app To get fit, put on your shoes and stretch for 2 minutes. It sounds silly, but once you start, momentum takes over. You go from 0 to done, not by force, but by flow. Action step. Pick a goal you've been putting off. Break it down until the first step takes less than 2 minutes. Do it now. Don't wait. Start messy, but start. These strategies work not in spite of laziness, but because of it. They help you design a life where you win without constantly fighting your own nature. You don't need more willpower. You need better rules. You don't need to change who you are. You need to set the game up differently. Here's the truth lazy people already know, but never say out loud. Life isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters most and skipping the rest without guilt. While the world burns itself out chasing hustle badges, the smart ones are quietly designing systems that make success inevitable, not exhausting. The old model said, work harder, longer, louder. The new model says, work smarter, shorter, quieter, and get further. You don't need to fake discipline. You don't need to pretend you're some motivational beast. You just need to understand how your mind works. Set up traps for your worst tendencies and ride momentum instead of fighting inertia. Success isn't about energy. It's about direction. And when lazy meets intentional, that's when it becomes powerful. Let's wrap it up. If you're lazy, that's not your weakness. It's your edge. You've just gotta stop wasting it on procrastination and start using it to build smarter systems. Remember, eliminate before you optimize. Pair good habits with guilty pleasures. Automate what drains you and use micro wins to destroy resistance. You don't need more hustle. You need better habits. And if you set it up right, you'll look like you're grinding while you're barely sweating. That's not cheating. That's winning on your terms. If this video made you rethink how you approach success, like it, subscribe and share it with someone who thinks laziness is a life sentence. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's one lazy habit you're turning into a smart strategy starting today? And if you've already built systems that let you win without burnout, share them. You might just inspire someone else to get started, because here we're not chasing hype. We're building quiet, repeatable wins, and that's the real flex. See you in the next one. Stay sharp, stay smart, stay lazy the right way.